Hi there, it's Ryan G. Wright with DoHardMoney.com, and today what we're talking about, our question of the day is, what hurts a home appraisal? And if you've got a question you'd like to have me answer on this video, I'll do it just for you and for everybody else that's watching. But I would love to do that for you. All you've got to do is down in the comments, just type down what you would like to have me covering, and I'd be more than happy to actually cover that for you in one of our videos that I do on a daily basis. So check it out, write some comments down below as to what question you would have for me, because I'd be more than happy to answer. Let's go in here so we can get a little cozy and talk about appraisal and things that actually hurt the appraisal. So one of the things that's going to hurt appraisals is the condition of the property. So you've got to keep that in mind when you're actually getting an appraisal done. So this is the whole idea with real estate investing. Homes deteriorate over time. Homes are going to need upkeep. If a home hasn't been upkept, it's going to need to be remodeled. In addition to that, times change, seasons change, trends change. What people want changes. And so you've got this house that's deteriorating and this house that's not keeping up with the times. And that house at some point is going to reach where it can't get traditional financing. And traditional financing is FHA, VA, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac. It's basically going down to your local bank and saying, hey bank, I want to borrow money, and the bank says, sure, we'll do that. Well, if the home doesn't meet a certain criteria, a certain condition, then it won't be able to qualify in order for it to get that FHA or VA or conventional financing. So the number one thing that's going to hurt an appraisal is if it can't qualify for financing because of the condition of the property. So what happens is when the appraisal goes to the property, he's not a home inspector, but he's looking for certain things. Is there safety concerns? Is there structural concerns? He's going to just walk around the property, walk through the property. If there's something that looks fishy to him, he's just going to note it down, and he's going to make that what's called an appraisal condition. And I actually have a video on appraisal conditions you can check out on our channel about appraisal conditions, but he's going to note that down. So that's the one thing that's really going to hurt your appraisals. The second thing that's going to hurt your appraisals is homes in the area. So if you had a property that just sold in the area for less money than what you were hoping to sell for, that is going to have that could have an impact on your appraisal, depending upon square footage, bedrooms, and those things. When an appraisal is appraising a house, they're basically saying what's going on within a 1 mile radius. But the closer to the subject property they can possibly get, the better off they are. Because if I have a house next door that's the exact same as my house that just barely sold yesterday, and I know how much it sold for, and they're in the same condition, that's the ideal comparable. But that's very hard to do because most houses aren't the exact same unless you're dealing with a condo or something like that. But even then, people may have made some upgrades to try and improve the value or just to make it nicer for themselves. Sometimes we find these upgrades are not helpful, and other times we do. And that's another thing that can hurt appraisals. If you knock out a wall and it doesn't make sense, or if you put yellow paint all over and it looks horrible, those things are going to have an impact on the appraisal. So the appraisal, when they're going to the property, they're doing what's called a comparable approach. They're taking your property and comparing it to other properties. But when they're doing that, they have to make some discretion. When they make some discretion, it says, hey, how is the quality of the paint in this versus this one? What is the quality of the carpet? What's the quality of workmanship? And so then they start making discretionary moves of saying, do I think this is better than this one? If so, I can add a little more value, or I can take a little bit of value away. The other thing they deal with is what's called adjustments. If your house has another bedroom, is it worth more than one that doesn't? It may be and it may not. It depends. Is that bedroom above ground or is it below ground? It depends. Is that bedroom have egress? Does that bedroom have a closet? Is it a really good bedroom? You know, those types of things. Does it increase the square footage of the house, or is it the same square footage as one that doesn't? If so, how much is that really worth? Those are the types of questions that an appraiser is trying to answer on a daily basis to make a determination as to the value. Now, I'll tell you right now that values are an art and a science. The science is the square footage, the bedrooms, the bathrooms, the distance from the property, how long ago the property sold. That's the science part of it. The art part of it is visualizing and looking at the subject property and looking at the other properties. And the way they're going to do that is actually by using the pictures from when that property had recently sold, because we are looking for homes that sold in the last 12 months. So some things that can hurt your home appraisal is the condition of the property. It may not be able to get an appraisal, or it may have appraisal conditions. Number two is the condition, meaning even though it's in good condition where you get an appraisal, the quality of the workmanship, the paint colors and what you've chosen, that's going to have a huge influence on the appraisal as well. And lastly, the comparables, or what's happening in the general market, is going to have an effect on that. And I probably should say number four is the general market as well. So number three is going to be the comps in the area, and number four is general market condition. Our market's going up, our market's coming down, what's happening with that. Now, appraisals have a hard time when markets are going up because they need to have comps to justify why that property is worth it. They can't just say the house is worth more just because. They've got to have comps, and then they've got to have reasons that they can justify why they make some of these adjustments as it comes to appraisals. I hope this video has been helpful. If it has been, please give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. In addition to that, I've got a couple other videos you should check out. I've got one called Buying Homes with Code Violations, and I've got another one over here, What are Bad Real Estate Investments? Check out both these videos. And heck, if you like these videos, please subscribe to our channel. I think you'll really enjoy it. Okay, guys, I hope this has been helpful for you. Make it a very profitable day, and bye for now.